Have you ever been criticized that your English is not good enough just because you don't really sound like a native speaker? And if your accent does not sound like British or American, and they just don't really care about what you are trying to say, and started to criticize your accent. Why the hell did this happen? Well, I just realized the nitty-gritty of this is that we are haunted by toxic notion that we crave a status where we accomplished a great success without much effort to showcase that we have innate talent and superior intelligence. For example, in my high school, there were some students pretending that they didn't pay much attention to study in the school at daytime, while they tend to study extremely hard at home, where others couldn't see their efforts in order to get a relatively higher score in the exams, creating a certain fantasy to others that they are just talented. Let's wind back to this accent policing scenario. These accent police also lived in a kind of fantasy where they choose a rather superficial way to determine one's English capacity just based on their accent to suffice their crave for the sense of superiority in which they thought they are talented in this language while the person they judged doesn't. And having a great accent is neither necessary nor sufficient to demonstrate you have a proficient in English. For example, many Indians have considerably thick accents, while they are literally dominating every symposia attended back in Hong Kong. They just never felt nervous about their accent and just focused on getting their idea across. And in the out-speaking test, pronunciation is merely one criterion. We still have fluency, lexical resource, and grammatical range and accuracy. Together with these criteria, we can scientifically and adequately evaluate one's English capacity. So if you're an English learner, you should never feel nervous about your accent or pronunciations, or even try to prioritize these things in the very first place. Instead, you should pay more attention to your expressions or logic flows, because these are pretty much the real asset, laying a good foundation for effective communication.